Greetings from the Mollihon Plantation. We are honored to host our next estate sale at this historic site and want to share a little history on the home and the Herndon family that originally owned the property. Benjamin Herndon was born in Virginia, later moved to North Carolina, and then settled in South Carolina until his death. He was a member of the Wilkes County Militia under the command of Colonel Benjamin Cleveland during the Revolutionary War. He held the ranks of captain, major, and finally lieutenant colonel. In the Battle of Kings Mountain, Lieutenant Colonel Herndon commanded a company of 60 men and fought so bravely that he was awarded a pair of silver spurs for his action. Colonel Herndon also fought the Battle of the Moores Creek Bridge, the Battle of Colson's Mill, and the Battle of Guilford Courthouse. He was twice a member of North Carolina State Senate and also twice a member of the House of Commons. He was also one of the first justices of Wilkes County and entry taker of that county. He received a number of land grants for his Revolutionary service. Some of these grants were in North Carolina, Tennessee, and South Carolina. In South Carolina, he received a grant of 1,000 acres in 96 Newberry County. Shortly after 1790, the Herndon family left Wilkes County, North Carolina, and traveled to the banks of the Enoree River in South Carolina to their 1,000 acres in Newberry County. There, Benjamin Herndon built his beloved Mollihon, a beautiful Greek Revival home. The two-story home was built of cypress and oak and held together with pegs. One of the earliest photos found of the home was taken by Rufus D. Elliott in 1957. According to online records, Benjamin's family grew to 15 children from 2 marriages. Pictured in this video are 2 of his children, Stephen and Elizabeth, along with the family crest drawn by Ruth Jones Elliott. Many times the Methodist bishop, Francis Asbury, stayed in the home, who wrote in his journal on November 14, 1809, that he lodged with Colonel Herndon. Oh, how kind! Here also on Colonel Herndon's land was the first church, the first school, and the first gristmill in the area. Online records also showed that the South Carolina Department of Archives and History listed the property as a historical site, giving details and photos of the property in 1985. Another image of the home was shared by Donna Brumette in 2010. Benjamin Herndon died at his beloved Mollihon December 30, 1890, at the age of 70 years and 20 days. He was laid to rest in the family graveyard beside his first wife, shortly to be joined by his second wife in 1823. In 1829, his youngest daughter, Lucy Boswell Herndon, and other family members. Their weather-beaten tombstones are still to be seen at Mollihon. The property stayed in the family until the death of his youngest son, John Newton Herndon, in 1872, who is buried in Union County. For the next 69 years, there were several owners and sharecropper tenants. The home declined in its condition and was purchased in 1941 by the prominent South Carolina Senator Marvin Abrams Sr. When Mr. Abrams decided to make it his permanent home, he did some extensive renovations and additions. The original 1,000 acres was reduced through inheritance, etc., and the home now sits on 49 acres. A previous owner, the Craigs, commissioned the mural to be painted in the dining room. It depicts the Battle of Cowpens, which was a significant battle in South Carolina. However, Colonel Herndon was not a participant in that battle. Lastly, we want to give thanks to all of you who shared posts online featuring the Herndon family, for without them, this history would be forgotten. Some of the online sources are the Herndon and Connor Family's book by Ruth Jones Elliott, the South Carolina Department of Archives and History, Rufus D. Elliott, Donna Brumette, and the Roots and Recalls. So from Sims Estate Sales, Geraldine, and the Girls in Green, we look forward to seeing you at the sale.